Welcome to chapel. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to be doing our chapel this way online for the next 7 weeks. We'll always do a little bit of thinking and reflecting together, and then sometimes we'll have teachers and staff participating, and we'll always end with a time of singing and worshiping together. Now, I thought, since we're going to be doing our chapel online, why don't we go out and about? So today I want to introduce you to a family that we have living in our backyard. The mom and dad are not here right now, but the baby is. Would you like to come and see? Inside this old tree, you can see a great big egg. That is the egg of a turkey vulture. Inside that egg is Buckbeak. We've named him. And we can't wait for Buckbeak to come out. Every spring, we get baby turkey vultures in that tree. Because the mom and dad are not here right now, I thought this is a good time for us to talk about something important, and that is love. Now, you know from your studies of the biblical narrative that God often chooses birds to demonstrate his love for people, both in the Old Testament and the New. Remember the Sermon on the Mount, when Jesus talks about how God cares for the sparrows of the field and how much he loves them? And in Psalm 84, the psalmist tells us that sparrows and swallows built their homes and their nests in the altar of the Lord in the temple. Wowza! God sure loves those feathered friends. Now, that was very different than during Jesus' time. Romans chose a big golden eagle to be their symbol of strength and dominion. And they put that symbol all over the Roman Empire. But instead, God chooses a meek and vulnerable sparrow or a baby bird to demonstrate his love. And Jesus tells us, if we can imagine how much God loves the birds of the field, how much more he doesn't love you, his special child. Now, over these next 7 weeks, we're going to be doing our learning online. And your teachers have been working really hard to create innovative and exciting learning experiences for you to do online, because it's important that your learning continues to advance even while we're at home. But we should pause. Even more important than all of that academic learning, there's something else that's an undercurrent of all of these great lesson plans, and that is love. I love you. Your teachers love you and miss you. Your friends love you. Your family loves you. And best of all, God loves you. There might be times when you feel a little lonely when you're doing your online learning, or maybe you feel a little sad or frustrated, and that's okay. Those are normal things to feel, and it's good to feel different emotions. If you have that feeling, could you do this? Could you go outside, maybe lay down in the grass, and just look up and listen? And maybe you'll be able to hear the song and the sound of birds. And if you hear a bird, will you remember how much God loves that bird and gave it the gift of song? And if God loves that bird so much, how much more doesn't he love you? Your teachers are designing awesome, innovative learning experiences, but all of that is not as important as how much they love you. Look for that when they Zoom with you. You will see love on their faces when they're talking with you, and they miss you. The next clip that you're going to hear are words that are written in a letter 2,000 years ago. And the point of this letter is relevant today. This letter says, no matter how many great things we do, if we don't know and feel and understand how loved we are, and if these efforts don't take place in love, then it's all for nothing. So it is so important that you know and you feel the love of your teachers, of me, and most importantly, of God. So hear now these words from the book that we love, 1 Corinthians 13.
If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but have no love, I am only a resounding gong, a clanging cymbal.
If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains but do not have love, I am nothing.
If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship, that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing.
Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud.
It does not dishonor, it is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered and keeps no record of wrongs.
Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth.
It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres.
Love never fails, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away.
For we know in part, and we prophesy in part.
When I was a child, I talked like a child, I thought like a child, and I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me.
For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part. Then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known.
And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love.
But the greatest of these is love.
Pero la más excelente de ellas es el amor.
Love.
Love.
But the greatest of these is love.
Amor.
Love.
But the greatest of these is love.
We're going to sing Love Jive, and I'm going to sing it through 2 times. And when I sing it, I'm not going to be able to do the round. So you go ahead and try to see one, see if you can get your family to join in.